Hey guys, Zorley here. I know I just updated a few days ago, but I figured seeing as it's my first official day of summer break, I figured I'd do a video for dolls, seeing as I haven't been doing a whole lot of doll videos recently, and I figured it's a good way to celebrate my first day of summer vacation. So, yep, I don't have to go back to school till September, so I'll probably be doing lots of doll stuff until then. But I figured today, excuse the doll nudity, I would do a body review for my boy. My boy is a Soom Super Gem Lazul, as most of you probably already know, but I figured I'd do a review on the jointing system. I have him just laid out here because I figured it'd be easier. I did it with my webcam earlier, but I figure it's better to get a more high definition video. So yeah, I'll start that now. By the way, I had to give him a new face up. I think it looks a million times better than his old one. And yeah, so let's get started. I'll start with his head cap. Head cap, there is basic S-hook with the eye putty inside. His head is held on with a basic, with both a hook on the top here, small hook, and a magnet, and you can see where those two latch in there. I have not had a single problem with the thing holding. It holds very well. It's never fallen off or anything, so it's pretty strong. I know it's usually either just magnets or just hooks, but this guy's got the hook and the magnet. Okay. Alright, with his head, he's got an okay range of motion with his head. He can tilt it from side to side, tilt it forward and back. So it's pretty good if I want him to look in different directions. Shoulder, fairly good movement, just a basic ball joint, nothing special. His arms hold really well after I had to hot glue suede him, but his arms hold really well when I pose it. Go to his elbows. His elbows are double jointed. They're not like the floating peanut thing. It's some really interesting thing Soom came up with. But it allows him to do more with his arms. It actually looks fairly natural too at the bend. The way they design the elbow, it's not like square like I know some of the floating peanuts make the arms look. It looks more natural this way. So he's able to like reach his arm up like that. Reach it up like that. He can touch his face. Sometimes it bends a little weird, but he can reach up, touch his shoulder, put his hand behind his head, all that fun stuff. So that's pretty cool. I really like that part of him. His hands have alright motion. He can go forward, backward, side to side fairly well. The ball joint is attached to his hand, as you can see, and it provides some pretty good motion. As you can tell, he has really nice hands. They're really nicely sculpted. I think they're gorgeous. That's the only thing I'm always worried about breaking, though, is his hands. Okay, so there's that, and this will move to his torso joint. His torso is made of 3 parts. The upper chest right here, his tummy, or his midsection, and then his hips. Seeing that this allows for better movement, and it actually looks fairly natural. So he's able to bend back like that, or he can slouch forward. And you can see there's a pretty good range of motion. It's just hard to handle him when I'm handling the camera with one hand. But yeah, it's a little bit harder seeing as he's sueded. But yeah, he can move back really well and it looks really nice. And there's not a lot of motion. Oops. There's not a lot of motion in the hip joint here. Hold on. It can kind of move from side to side, but it takes a little bit of handling to get it that way. Okay. Alright. Now to his leg joint. It's just a basic ball joint. However, there is this notch and like little knobby thing in there. Sorry with a close-up of his knotty parts. Yep, see there's a notch right there and a little hole right there, and it has like a little more of traction to make sure the leg stays in place. You can see there's some sueding in there too. And it's the same on both legs. I figure I just do one of each. Okay. Now to the knee joint. His knee is single jointed, unlike his elbows, so it's really limited motion, limited range of movement. It does have these little knobby things there, and there's little notches on the inside that help kind of keep the knee bent if you want them to be like in a sitting position or whatever. So it holds really like that, and that's perfect, seeing as he's usually sitting on my desk in a basic sitting position. So that's good enough. I mean, it would be nice if Soom released some double jointed legs at some point, but that's alright. I mean, I like him the way he is. Alright, so there's the knee, and I'll move to the ankle. Ankle is, or the foot is made of like two different pieces. There's the ankle joint right here. You gotta kind of pull it out to see it. Hold on. See how it kind of floats. You can't really tell. I'm sorry, I can only handle one. I can use my camera with one hand and the doll with the other. We can see there's like a notch there holding the foot on, and then there's the ankle joint right there. And it allows some pretty good movement. Forward, back, side to side. The only qualm I have with this body is the feet are ridiculously small compared to the rest of him, and his ankles are extremely thick. So his feet just aren't proportionate to the rest of his body. Like, his hands are almost like the same size as his feet. I mean, they're nicely sculpted, just the scale's really off. Let's see, like, one thing I just don't like about this body. So I'm trying to figure out if there'd be any other feet I could buy for him so he can balance better, because it's impossible for him to stand. I can never make him stand. But otherwise, I really like the Super Gem body, minus the feet and the limited posability. I just really like the body and stuff. I did the blushing myself. But, yeah, I suppose that's really it for the body. Again, he's a Soom Super Gem Lazul, basic Super Gem body. And if I didn't cover anything, if I forgot anything, let me know. And yes, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.